FM4.
9 o'clock, it's time for the news headlines. North Korea has been hit with a suspected cyber attack, and there are hopes of a Christmas truce in the Ukraine. Here's Steve Shade with the FM4 News.
Thanks, Dave. Good morning. Key North Korean websites are back online after an hours-long shutdown that followed a U.S. threat to respond to a crippling cyber attack on Sony Pictures that Washington blames on Pyongyang. The White House declined to say whether the U.S. government was responsible for the internet shutdown in one of the least wired and poorest countries in the world. The BBC's Steve Evans has more.
Access to North Korean websites has been on-off over the last 12 hours, with some of the most important ones, like the news service, completely down for prolonged periods. It could be just a technological glitch, but some internet experts say that a crash on this scale is highly unusual and suspect a cyber attack. Only a few North Koreans have access to the internet. If the United States was responsible for the crashing of the North Korean internet, it may have been helped by China, which, while standing by North Korea, has also shown signs of exasperation.
And just a few moments ago, a statement was released by China's foreign ministry saying that any suggestion that China was involved in the cyber attack on North Korea is irresponsible. A deal has been reached to sell the Balkan subsidiary of the Hypo Alpe Adria Bank for a value of 200 million euros. The Southeast Europe network is being sold to the U.S. investment fund Advent International and the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. The sale will help reduce Austria's exposure to the spectacular collapse of Hypo, which has already cost taxpayers in Austria around 5.5 billion euros. A man has driven a van into a crowded Christmas market in Nantes in western France, injuring at least 10 people in the country's third violent attack in as many days. NPR's Eleanor Beardsley has more from Paris.
French television showed a white van in the Christmas market of Nantes' main square. The Nantes prosecutor described the attack as an isolated act by someone suffering from psychiatric problems, not terrorism. On Sunday, another man drove his car into a crowd in Dijon, shouting "God is great" in Arabic. Officials say that too was an isolated incident, but people remain concerned just days before Christmas, especially as the two driving incidents follow the stabbing of a police officer Saturday by a young man who is suspected of being an Islamist extremist. The group, calling itself Islamic State, has threatened to attack France because of its participation in U.S.-led bombing raids against the group. Eleanor Beardsley in Paris.
And authorities in Scotland say a deadly incident involving a runaway garbage truck was apparently a freak accident. After the truck's driver suffered an apparent heart attack, the vehicle rolled into crowds of Christmas shoppers in a busy shopping street in Glasgow, killing 6 people and injuring several others. The weather conditions today will be unseasonably mild and mostly sunny, but cloud cover will gather over the main ridge of the Alps and it will remain windy in parts of the east. High temperatures today ranging from 5 to 18 degrees.
Die FM4 Morning Show
With Dave Dempsey and Alexander Augustine.
Good morning.